Small business owners, is social media important to your business? Let's find out. Welcome to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDAholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better. Hello, and welcome back to WorkHARDaholics. I am Shirley Crawford, your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, and really, the point of what we do on this show is to help you as an entrepreneur, as a wantrepreneur, even you C-suite executives, learn how to live better, do better, business better, the whole nine. Right? So it's a matter of managing your time, having better resources, and understanding what needs to be done, what you want done, and what you should never bother with. With that in mind, I can tell you stats and data and all kinds of information about how important, that's really the question was facetious, how important social media is to your business. But if I looked at your activity level with regards to how often you're posting, are you posting, what platforms are you using, I would say that you either don't care about your business or you really don't believe the data. So today, one of my favorite data research centers is Pew. PEW. I always thought it was like some church group. I mean, that's what happens when you go to church entirely too much. You think of pews as only being the seats at church. And so I thoroughly, with all of my heart and conviction, so I really trust Pew Research because they seem to be very unbiased about the information. Like they're really giving you the data. And for those of you who are good data manipulators, you know who you are. It's not that hard because you can change what level of confidence you're using. All right, if you're out there, you know what I mean? Stats, I can't even say it. Statistician geeks. There we are. Otherwise, so I can give you data and it's so easy to twist and to skew. We want to come at you straight at you so we can have a better understanding, right? So of all my years of trying to get information, like I said, I really trust Pew Research. And assuming that we all recognize and know we need social media, I am going to assume as much damage as I could do to you and me, I'm going to assume that the question isn't that you wonder if you should be using social media, but how you should be using it to better maximize your time. Because in all honesty, when I have these conversations with you all out there during one of our free consultations at the center, or just in general when I'm talking or teaching, I often hear these words. Are they you? I don't have time to do social media. I don't know what to post on social media. I don't know where to post. Not to say it's always a high-pitched female, but maybe that's how it sounds in my ear whenever I hear this conversation. So today I want to help you all out because social media isn't going anywhere. Especially now as we're even delving further into AI. You can rest assured social media is going nowhere but up in content. So I want you all to be prepared. So first I want to go back to go forward. As many of you know, a few years ago I wrote this book. It's not personal, it's business. Because it's not personal, it's business. It's not personal unless it's your business. All right. The ABCs of professional social media presence. That's actually what it's called. Interesting. Okay. And so the whole point of that book is where we talk about knowing the difference between your personal social media account and your professional social media account. And we really go pretty deeply into it. That's why it's a book. You can pick up your copy on Amazon. They still have them. It's old, but it's still there. We might update it, but really the facts of it are still pretty much consistent. There's one thing to recognize, like even having a professional email address. We've talked about that. If you have bootylicious@gmail.com, you're not getting a job with that one. That's just the bottom line. Or Mario Fanatic No one wants to know that you're playing video games all day long and you're not going to do any work. Okay, so it goes through all that. The social media, as far as your professional email, the types of things you post and share. One of the things I say in the book is that, frankly, if you're having a bunch of photos with you shirtless, male or female, and you've got that pose going on, we don't take you seriously as employers. And unless we're desperate, we're not going to hire you either. And it's really interesting because part of the stats that we share is that 71% of hiring managers stated that they didn't hire someone based on their social media. That's a lot of jobs lost. And you're going, but I'm highly qualified and I had great. Yep, exactly. You had great recommendations and still you didn't get the job. And you're like, I know who got it and they're not as qualified as I am. But maybe they don't have all their street life on their social media for everyone to see. Just something for you to consider. Right. Another piece that they shared was actually 70% of hiring managers. I don't want to misquote it. 71% of consumers said that they utilize social media influencers for their shopping decisions. So people who are out there looking to buy your product or service are actually looking at your social media. They are actually influenced by, I'm sorry to say it, the Kardashians and other people and Beyonce and whomever else they like to follow. And they bought that shirt or they're wearing this, or like, how many of you all have that bag or that brand of hot sauce now? I mean, it's all relative and it's all involved. So that's that part one. Is first, before we can even talk about what you're posting and where you're posting, I need you to separate your post. The same way we talk about not commingling your funds in your bank account, we don't want you to commingle your personal and your business post online. If you want to know more about that, you can go online. You can go pick up the book. Other than that, you get the idea. I always say that personal, professional, Shirley, if it's a joke I'd say in the office, it's a joke I'll say online. If it's a comment I would make in the office, not behind closed doors, but just in general, a comment I make in the office, it's a comment that I'll make online. If it's my 3 a.m. rant, which I haven't been doing a lot these days, but I used to have a 3 a.m. rant and a 3 p.m. rant. That's not meant for everyone and therefore was not available for the general public. All right. So right now, if you already got your mind prepared to separate personal from business, we're ready to start talking about where your target market is so that you can know you don't have to be on every social media platform. But let's figure out which one is for you right after this commercial break as we thank those people who make this show possible.
Listen, Attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com. During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Hey there, I am Rita Ricks, principal of Rita Ricks LLC. We are spiritual and mental health coaches, showing women and young adults how to remove the barriers preventing them from creating the life they were born to live. Once those barriers are eliminated, they find the peace, purpose and passion to achieve what they truly want in life. Contact us today at RitaRicks.com because this is your time.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local Capital Area Health Network. Call us at 780-0840 or
go to cahealthnet.org.
Find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
Imagine Media Lab, a multimedia and podcast rental studio, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, RVA, offers audio and video production services. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Create marketing and advertisement content such as voiceovers. Become a member and save on podcasting and production packages. All equipment and software is included in your rental, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.
Hello, I'm Lawrence Roberts with New York Life Insurance. I'm here to present to you financial news you can use. Today I'm going to talk to you about, because I'm starting a series about protecting your income. As we know, many people are working. They're going back to work. And going back to work, what happens? You make more money. So you're making money. You're enjoying your life. You're spending, you're going out, you're traveling, all those different things. Let's not forget about the future. Because I say that to say this here, you're going to get older. Some people feel as though, why am I going to worry about retirement? And just let it happen. I'm too young to worry about retirement. I don't even think about it. Great. Well, let's look at it this way. Let me give you some new words on that. Let's plan for when you're not working and you want to stay in your house. You want to have someone else come take care of you. All this is just changing the words around because we're going to get older. If you take care of these things now, put things in place now while you're young and healthy, you will have even more fun. You will have more assets and more funds available to you to do those different things that you enjoy doing. So looking at that, long-term care. What is long-term care? We all get older. It's going to happen. It's the inevitable. Okay? Long-term care is that care is going to be provided to you when you're not able to take care of those 6 daily functions of living. Getting dressed, going to the bathroom, moving, getting out of bed. All those different things. You're not able to do it on your own. So now you need someone to help you. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's even better. Let me repeat that now. It's even better when you're able to pay someone to help you. Because reality, that person that's your caregiver is going to be taking care of you, chances are they may have another job. And with them having another job, they're not able to stay with you full time. They're only able to work with you, help you out so many hours out the day because they have a life of their own. It could be your child. It could be your wife. It could be your husband. But either way, it's someone else who has another life of their own. If it's your child, Lord knows, your children most people do not want their children wiping them, cleaning them up. So why not have a professional do it that you're able to pay someone? That's the reality of it. Just look at some numbers on that. Percentage of caregivers who have full-time jobs are 34% of them. That's numbers, statistics. These are 2020 statistics here, okay? 45% of employed family caregivers provide only 21 hours of work or taking care of someone a week. That's not a lot. You might need more. Sitting at home watching TV all day, it kind of gets a little lonely. You might need someone just to sit and watch TV with you and talk to you. Those are different things. That's what it's about right there, providing that for you. Okay? Now, in addition to that, 70% of Americans 65 and older will need some type of long-term care. Now, I'm going to give you another little secret. If you haven't already got married and you're thinking about getting married and you marry someone younger than you, marry someone healthy that's going to be younger than you so that you have a nice long-term care plan. If it doesn't work out that way, y'all continue to take care of each other because you love each other. But reality, those people that are married have a tendency to live longer because you're caring for each other, and love makes you live longer. So, with that love and being able to live longer, you want to not be a burden on your loved one also. Because as you get older, the other person gets older, you get heavier because they're not as strong as they used to be. Now, I'm Lawrence Roberts from New York Life with financial news you can use. How can you reach me to find out how can we take care of you? You can contact me at 804-746-3714. Again, I'm Lawrence Roberts for New York Life. You can also reach me on social media. You can email me too. Social media, I'm on LinkedIn, also on my website. Again, financial news you can use. Thank you.
Thank you again to our sponsors who make this show possible. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, drop a message to admin@WorkHARDaholics.com. All right, for those of you out there, welcome back to WorkHARDaholics. We're talking about social media and your business. We went in a little bit about social media and your personal brand, but for the most part, we're all about that entrepreneur, that wannapreneur, you. Side hustler, this means you. Okay, so we were talking about separating your personal and your professional social media posts because they have an impact on hiring. They have an impact on who buys your product. They have an impact on your reputation. Okay. But now we want to take it a step further. For those of you, and I hear this so much, for those of you who don't know where to post or what to post, I want to start with the where. And the first thing you have to understand is who is your target market. Because some of us think, oh, I make this amazing ring. It's meant for everyone. It's not. Right? It's not. Who's the person 80% of the time, if they saw your information, they would buy it. That's where you start. And then you're going to go find them. How do you find them? Well, once you have a definition of who your target market is, we're going to start with social media. And why in particular? Because you get more bang for your buck. Right? On average, if you're going to get a TV spot, we just had the Super Bowl, people. Do you know how many millions of dollars were spent to put those M&Ms on the screen? Do you know how many millions of dollars were spent by Anheuser-Busch? For very good reason, mind you. So as far as beer goes, do you know that when they had, is it FIFA or FIFA? If you're a Spanish speaker, I know it's FIFA. FIFA. It's the soccer tournament that was held in Qatar. Normally, we as Americans, I don't like beer, sorry, but we drink during our athletic events. And so as the beer sponsor for the event, they had stacked up and stored a bunch of beer that in turn, Qatar was like, we don't do that. We don't have alcohol in our predominantly Muslim country in the middle of our sporting events. So they had a whole warehouse full. And do you know what they did about that? They made some amazing social media posts. And they made jokes and memes, and people bought more beer. Okay? But anyway, that's part of the reason why they're also such big fans of spending their dollars during the Super Bowl. But even for the Super Bowl, they recognized it was a one-time shot. And so some genius several years ago realized they spent all these millions of dollars for this one-time spot, and then people like me don't even watch the Super Bowl. Didn't watch it at all. I found out who won, the morning after. Didn't have any idea. All right? So what they did was say, hey, but people like Shirley who don't watch the Super Bowl, they love to watch the commercials. And now where can you find them? The same place I found them, on YouTube. So they had it on the television screen, but then they quite freely posted it on social media for the rest of us. Okay? So with that in mind, let's talk a little bit about who's using social media and where are they. And for those of you, if there's anybody listening, anybody watching, you're still not convinced, I don't know that I can help you. But I'll share some numbers again anyway. So back to Pew Research Center, who I told you I'm a big fan of. Back in 2005, they started monitoring social media adoption, and it was only at 5% of American adults. Can you imagine that? That were on at least one platform. As of 2011, that number had gone up, skyrocketed. But then today, 72% of all, well, we're in America, mind you, use some type of social media, right? 72%. So when you're talking about more bang for your dollar, or even if your free post, if you can get it viral or organic, but if you're going to spend $1, it's going to go a whole lot further than the millions they spend for the Super Bowl, which I didn't watch, but I am always going the Monday after to watch them online. All right. So with regards to who uses social media the most, some of you are like, well, men, women. Well, interestingly enough, you'll find out. So when we look at, we're looking at 2021, because the numbers for 2022 haven't come out quite yet, but I'm sure they will soon. We're still in February, March, so it'll be a little while, but it's coming. So age-wise, I always assume that it's always going to be like the millennials or actually Gen Z now, all right? But they're not included in the study because it's not ethical to survey children that young. So they start at 18, and it's still pretty close. So you're 18 to 29, 84% of them are using social media. And then when you get to the age bracket of 30 to 49, you're at 81%. So they're actually pretty close. And then when you go a little bit higher into the 50 to 64, hello, my people, you're at 73%. And then those of our lovely seniors over 65 are at 45%. But that number is steadily increasing as more of our seniors are connecting with family and friends over social media. But then if you really want to know like who's using what the most, I found this really interesting. So if you were guessing, like which one would you think is the most popular social media platform? Right? And so here's the thing. It's YouTube. I was so impressed. I was surprised, and I shouldn't be because I keep saying I'm going to double down on my YouTube, but I was surprised. All right. So it's YouTube is number 1. Facebook is number 2. And then Instagram is number 3. But there's a big difference there's a big gap between Facebook and Instagram. And then after that comes Pinterest and then LinkedIn. So I was really surprised by that. But then we're talking about who is where, right? So if you want more of this information, we'll provide a link on our social media, but it did come from Q Research. But if you go to our social media, you can click it and you can go in and see the study in a little more depth, because I'm just glossing over. There you go. Taking a glance and glossing over the information just so you can have an idea, right? So when it comes to Facebook, it's 61% men, 77. Let's phrase that in a better way. As far as what percentage of a population that say they use Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, I already said those were some of the top ones, all right? 61% men say they use Facebook. They're a little bit lower on Instagram, and then a little bit lower still on LinkedIn. 61% Facebook, 36% Instagram, 31% LinkedIn. Women, 77% Facebook, 44% Instagram, 26% LinkedIn. Ages 18 to 29, 70% Facebook, a little spike on Instagram, 71%, and LinkedIn, 30%. 30 to 49, 77, 48, 36, 50, 64, 73, 29, 33. The point of that is, because this goes into all your demographics. So let's just say you're saying my target market, we talk about the center, is we skew slightly older in women, right? And then normally they're either, let's say, They've been in business for a little while. We're going to say they are, let's say $60,000 a year. So if I go look at that information, I'm going, okay, people who are between 50,000 and 75,000, 61% Facebook, 39% Instagram. If I look for women, if I look at African-American women, 74% Facebook, 49% Instagram. If I look at the age bracket 50-64, 73% Facebook, 29% Instagram. And then, but they're a little bit higher on LinkedIn. The point of this isn't to bore you with the data, but for you to figure out where your people are. So based off of what I just said and looking at the information for the center, we'd be Facebook heavy. We'd still get a good impact on Instagram, a slight impact on LinkedIn for now, but we would have a massive impact on YouTube. 80% of women use YouTube. And it gets even higher depending on your bracket. So not to bore you to death, I just want you to think about the fact that if you're out there, you're a small business owner, and you're like, I don't have time to post to everything. Well, then don't. Find the platform that's best for you and double down. As I always say, you should be posting twice a day, 5 days a week. If you can manage to post that onto multiple platforms, that's okay to start, but they should get more personalized depending on the platform. All right. So entrepreneur, wantrepreneur, small business owner, even you C-suite executives who are trying to get a message, a theme, or something across, keep in mind your least expensive option is social media, and the numbers are skyrocketing. So take the time, figure out which platform is best for you, and let's get on it. I'll see you online. All right. So until the next time, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta!
During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple, and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment, or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local capital area health network. Call us at 780-0840 or
Go to cahealthnet.org.
find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. 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 Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDaholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDaholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.